Hello, my name is Katie Tessier. I'm currently Miss Marin County, and I was adopted from Nanning, China. Fun fact about me, I have been skydiving.
Hi everyone, my name is Gracie Anderson, and I'm serving as Miss Southlake. I was born and adopted in Wuhan, China, and a little fun fact about me is that one time I was hypnotized.
After being brought home from China at 18 months, I grew up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. That was my first home away from China before coming to San Francisco, California.
I've spent about 99% of my life living in the Austin, Texas area. I've moved around several times within the suburbs that surround Austin, but I haven't left this general area ever since being brought here at the age of 11 months.
Growing up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, there wasn't a lot of diversity, especially not compared to what you see in California. So there were a lot of moments when I was the only Asian in the room. And at the time, there were moments when that was uncomfortable. For example, I could walk in the room, whether it was college or high school, and everyone would just kind of blankly stare, which felt awkward and uncomfortable. It wasn't until I moved to California and realized the amount of diversity that are in classes here, especially compared to there, and kind of could see why it was happening and what was happening.
It was definitely challenging at times. In middle school, I wasn't the only Asian student, but I was one of very few. And when you feel different, you do everything that you can to blend in and to fit in. And I strived to cover up my differences, and I questioned why I felt so out of place. Ultimately, I was confused and I didn't know why. It wasn't until high school where I began to further understand my self-identity.
A challenge that I faced growing up was the fact that I had an Asian American exterior, but I only knew the Caucasian culture. And narrowing down that road along with being bullied, it was really hard to know who Katie was, because Katie didn't feel like I fit into any groups. So finding who I was through really just interacting with other people and telling them about my experiences and learning about their experiences and finding others that were going through the same thing really helped. And if there's one thing that I took away from all of that, it's to never judge a book by its cover, never judge someone by their exterior, because you don't know what interior battles they're facing, what their interior is even like. So really get to know someone completely before you make any judgments.
I struggled with several insecurities growing up because I found myself constantly explaining different aspects of my life to others. I explained why my last name was Anderson, even though I wasn't Caucasian. I explained why my parents didn't look like me when they joined me for lunch occasionally in elementary school. And I explained why I didn't speak Chinese, even though I was one with Chinese heritage. And these were things that I didn't mind explaining because I understood the root of their confusion. But this constant misunderstanding made me feel separated from others. However, I've learned to reframe these insecurities as strengths and nuances about myself that I don't ever have to feel ashamed of.
If I could give someone advice on adoption, it would be to have the conversation about it, and if you are open to it, please consider it. My parents, the Tessier family, adopted myself, as I mentioned earlier, from Nanning, my sister from Chengdu, China, and my two brothers from Ethiopia. And if it wasn't for the Tessier family, we would not have a life. So thank you, parents, shout out parents, and consider adoption. I hope to someday adopt or be a foster mom, so please consider it.
I would like everyone to realize how incredible adoption is. When I was younger and I told people that I was adopted as an infant, people automatically felt sorry for me. And in these times, I never meant to bring a negative mood into a conversation, but these sorrow reactions really convinced me that my story was a sad one. And it took me a while to finally realize that being adopted is a gift and something to be thankful for. And I hope that we can all recognize how beautiful adoption truly is.
During this time of Asian hate, there are a couple of very important things I've learned. The first is to use your voice, no matter what the platform is. Don't be afraid to speak up and speak out on what's happening, your experience, spread the word, encourage other people, check in on your Asian friends, just use your voice no matter what. And the second is the importance of the Asian culture in our society and really truly embracing who I am as an Asian American woman.
Absolutely. This time has been challenging because I've had to really reflect on exactly where my place is in this movement, because I identify by both my Chinese and my American heritage. I'm surrounded by all Caucasian individuals who make up my family. And so at home, I live the life of a Caucasian girl, but society perceives me no different than any other Asian girl. From listening to the experiences of my friends of discrimination and fear, it has made this movement feel even more real and scary. And I've learned to be so thankful for always feeling loved and cared for by my family and my close friends. And I hope to continue to amplify the voices of my Asian brothers and sisters and to continue learning from all of their experiences.
If I could tell my younger self one thing, it would be to have patience with yourself, Katie. The bullying you'll experience for being an Asian American woman doesn't define you. It will help you be in a position where you can help others, you can uplift others and guide others that are going through the same struggle. So keep pushing towards your dreams and your goals and be confident in the Asian American woman that you are.
I would tell younger Gracie that there's no need to change anything about herself because she was created to be unique and her differences are what make her strong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am Katie Tessier.
I'm Gracie Anderson.
And we are proud.
And we're proud
to be adopted Asian Americans.